Hello. How's the project going, bud? Oh, I have it backwards. I wanted to challenge myself, and maybe you could join in on the challenge. In fact, if you're at home, why not grab a piece of foam cord and try to build something yourself? Let's come up with some rules, okay? You can only use one piece of foam core. 90% of it has to be foam core. You can use glue, paint, you can attach things to it. When you're finished, go ahead and go to my Instagram page, right there, and send me a photo of what you built. I'm going to build the binoculars from the 2021 film Dune.
Do you often dream things that happen just as you dreamed them?
Yes.
Dune. There's one photo. Here it is. The binoculars from Dune. First thing I think I need to do for scale is the front and the back where you look through it. And the reason for that is that I can gauge pretty well just freehanding it, and I can figure out if I try to do the tops and everything, I might end up too small or too big. One thing is everything is reversed. So when I'm looking at the picture, I have to draw everything backwards. Got it? Oh, that's hot. So hot. So I got everything done around the edges. I also went and put some extra structure on the inside. And this will help me when I start to do the top. I'll have things to glue down to. There's going to be a shroud right here. So it'll be like this. And look, looks just about right. My hand fits in here good. And we'll work on creating the top. The top is where almost all of the detail is going to go. And then we'll come back to the bottom and we'll add some on when we're done. The reason why we're going to do that is because it's easier to work with this while it's flat than it will be if it's all bumpy and moving around. What? That's cool. Cool. Foam core does not like to bend. It does not like to do curves. And there's a big curve right in the middle of this thing, so just gonna have to make it work. Second coat of primer has dried. Now I've realized I've made a few mistakes. These exposed edges here, I thought the primer would just fill them and I could go in and sand them. Nope, it did not. So I was trying to think of a solution. And what I'm gonna do is this. Take some masking tape, cover the exposed edges that I don't like, spray it with primer again, then probably spray it with something that has a little bit of a texture before I do my final black and start adding in my details. It is not sticking well enough at all. So I've made just a mess of it. How's the project going, Zach? Well, we learned a few things. The green tape totally did not work. So here's what I've done so far. I've taken this black primer, coated the whole thing. Then I went ahead and I took this Rustoleum metallic soft flat iron. It has this cool little texture to it. Because of that, It kind of covered up a lot of the imperfections, and I think it's going to be a pretty good base coat. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and move along, use my EVA foam, cover everywhere that needs to be covered. Then I'm going to go back and see if there's any imperfections and work on fixing that out. Sounds like a good plan. The precision. You are an artist. Clarity. Look at it. Make the camera love you before you make the cut. Wait, that's all the cuts need. Okay. Boom! Got that chocolate in me. Ready to continue on. A few more cuts and then I'm gonna start gluing it down. You know what'd be good right now? Coffee. Chocolate. Coffee. Chocolate. But what you're thinking right now is that guy needs more coffee. I would always buy a couple extra sheets of EVA foam. It's super cheap. It was like 70 cents. And I could see where you could easily make a mistake. No, I didn't want to cut that piece there. No, that's okay. I'll figure it out. The black EVA foam is on and looks really good. I'm actually really happy with the way it's looking so far. I'm going to use gaff tape on the edge on the front here to hide the edge of the foam, and I'll do that next. Oh. Okay, Google, play me some sweet music. This lens here that I hot glued in there is from one of those kits that you get for your phone that you stick on there, and I had a couple extra ones. Never have used this, had it for like 5 years, but it's perfect right there. This is a filter for something. I have no clue what. I sprayed the foam dark gray, which looks really good, and once I weather it, it'll look exactly like the picture. Now on the back side here with the eye ports, it's pretty plain. It doesn't really look like much. I added 2 screws. And I needed circles to go in there. So I thought when I was getting coffee this morning, I'll take the lids from some Starbucks cups, cut them down small and stick them in there. But they were just a hair too big. Then I realized the case that this came in would be perfect. So I broke it in half, spray painted the inside black, which made it look like dark glass. And I'm gonna attach those in there. Now, if you don't have something like this, maybe the tops of Pringles cans, I thought about that, that would work. Just anything that circles would work. You know, a lot of this stuff, like this filter lens here, you might not have it, but if you look online, you can get a lens filter of all different sizes for like $3. That would totally work. Or just look for things in the grocery store, lids, and find them. Those things would work too. And you can see already, that looks much better. It looks like real binoculars. Ooh, it's looking so cool. It's paint weathering time! Time to weather paint in here. Yeah. Just do a few tiny edges. Maybe a little bit on the handle, but not much. And with that, we've come to the end of another build video. You know, the main thing I really want you to take away from this is that this costs less than $10 to make. Foam core, EVA foam, spray paint, and glue. That's it. So I hope that encourages a lot of you out there to go out there and try to craft and build something of your own. And you're gonna make mistakes, but you know, that's how you learn things. Because if you're not making mistakes, you're not building things. So while I go play with my new Dune goggles, go ahead and watch one of these other videos that Google is suggesting to you about my builds that you'll probably like. If you want to support this channel more, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, right here. Oh, you can't see me. Yep. There's also going to be an Amazon affiliate link with all the stuff I used to build this, and a link to my Patreon page. I'm Zach Sedewong. Go out there and build something. Why can't I say the words that need to come out of my mouth? If I sing it, I can always say it right. What is a foam cardboard challenge? What is a foam cardboard challenge? Oh, it's so hot. And try it. I'm gonna take one piece. Just cut it with the other take where I got it cracked. What can you build with a foam cardboard? I'm not feeling this. Just like. Much better. Remember. Wow. That's what I see. Get close. Look at this thing. It's almost the. It's looking so. Wait. Oh, I have it backwards.